Hey, I'm Bergo and this is Psychedelic Actualization. On this channel we talk about topics like self-realization, self-actualization and working with psychedelics to live a more fulfilling and authentic life. So if you're serious about this kind of work and interested in connecting with like-minded people, then subscribe to this channel and join our little community. Today I want to talk about the ups and the downs of life. Because sometimes I find that we judge ourselves too quick when we don't quite understand the natural process of life, and that life includes the ups and the downs, the ebbs and the flows, and that it's all kind of a natural process that is going on. Because when we don't quite understand that it's naturally to go through the ups and the downs, then when we have an insight, we say to ourselves, yeah, I got it! And then we lose it, oh no, I've lost it. Or we are in flow and we say, yeah, I got it! And we get out of flow and we say, no, I lost it. And we feel bad about it. And that's quite unhealthy, and that's not like embodying the understanding of the natural flow of things. When we observe the universe, we can find that everything in the universe is going through this natural circle. Everything explodes and then implodes. Everything expands and then comes back into its source. And so because we are part of that universe, we also go through these natural cycles of the ebbs and the flows, of the ups and the downs. And because we as humans, we tend to question everything and we tend to ask ourselves, what is the purpose of that? Why am I experiencing this peak experience, but then I'm not feeling good again? Why am I in flow, and then a couple of days, weeks or months later, I'm not in flow again and nothing seems to happen? How I see these valley experiences where it seems to go down and we're not expanding as fast as we tend to, I see these periods of time as integration periods, where we can try to integrate these peak experiences and where we can just sit back a little bit, recognize what is going on, just feel into the experience, accept it as it is, and kind of see the value in it and try to utilize it effectively. Because it is a different state when we are in the downs, but it is not entirely bad, because we can take time to rest and to reflect and to just observe what is going on. And what I found for myself at least is that the tendency of my improvement and of my realization is still just going up. It isn't going up straight forward, but it is that these peak experiences come, then it's dipping a little bit, but then the peak experiences come and it's dipping a little bit. The peak experiences come and it's dipping a little bit. But the whole tendency of that thing is just going up, because the third valley experience is still higher than my first peak experience. You know what I mean? So the improvement is still there when I'm reflecting back on my life and on the last couple of years. It's still when I'm in the drip, in the valley, in the down of my current experience, I'm still way more advanced and happy and fulfilled than in the peak experience of last couple of years ago. That's quite interesting to observe, at least for me. So what I do when I get into these valley experiences, when I get into the downs and when I try to recognize and observe it, I just try to love myself for it, appreciate it, that I can recognize it and that I can feel into it. And just to appreciate the natural mechanism of life and to appreciate that the reason why it's there is to kind of take time to integrate these peak experiences that I've just had the time before, the valley experiences. So these valley experiences, these dips, are there for the learning. They are just periods of learning and of integrating what we already know, what we've learned in the peak experiences, and what we just experienced. And where it's more than obvious is after a psychedelic experience. I guess we can all relate to it for anybody who already had any psychedelic experiences. When we're in the psychedelic experiences, not always, but very often, it's kind of that flow and that peak experience, and we realize so many things, and we're in flow, and we just recognize the truth, and we're in that flow. And after the experience, we are not on that high anymore. We are not in that peak anymore, but it's going down. We are back to our normal state. We are back in our body, and then it's time to integrate, and it's time to just realize and embody the insights we've learned in these peak experiences. And so it goes for everything. Like when you're in work, when you're working and you're in flow and you're in your peak experiences, or you're just in general in life or in meditation on your peak experiences, and then you come back into your normal state of consciousness, and then it's time to integrate and to embody the insights you've gained. And so it goes, and you go through these journeys, but your baseline level of consciousness is still increasing slowly and slowly and slowly, so that sometimes you just can't even recognize yourself anymore, or because the growing is happening so fast, and that's beautiful. So, and even though the focus and the attention in your up experiences and in your down experiences, in the peak experiences and flow experiences, and in the normal experiences or in the valley experiences, although the attention and the focus is quite different and on different things and expressions, they are both equally important and equally valuable for you to just experience more of yourself and understand more of yourself and understand more of the natural rhythms of reality and to understand more of truth. And that's just beautiful, and that just is how it is, and you can just appreciate it. So the peak experience is that kind of expression and that expansion and that pushing of boundaries. And then your normal experience, your baseline level, is that time to integrate these peak experiences, these getting beyond your boundaries, and then you come back and you just try to integrate. And both experiences can be equally beautiful, even though we tend to just have this desire to be in the peak experience all the time, but that's just not how it is. We're going back and we're going through these ups and downs, and we can just appreciate both because they are both beautiful and valuable. So what I found is quite important is that you just don't judge yourself for not being in that peak experience or in that flow experience always, but you just rest and you try to love yourself and accept the experience as it is. Just that you hold the space for it, that you love every experience unconditionally, and that you just recognize that you're still growing and that you're still on this journey, but in these peak experiences just differently than in the valley experiences. And in the valley experiences, in the downs, in the normal states, you also have the time to just contemplate or reflect and review about your peak experiences, about what just happened in your life. Because you were in that kind of peak experiences, you were experiencing flow, but then at some point in that experience you reached a kind of barrier, or some kind of doubt or limiting belief kicked in, and you fell back into your normal state of consciousness, or you we're just experiencing that valley experience. Yeah, and I think as we tend to expand as fast as we are, when we're in that flow experience, when we are just expanding so much and it's also going so well, sometimes many of us, or I think even all of us, reach a point of doubt, of thinking like, oh my god, this is too much bliss for me, this is going too well, it is too magical. And so we consciously or unconsciously drop out of it at a point because it's too much for us to grow into it. We are not ready to expand so fast, and so we just dip into the valley experience again, and we can try to integrate and see what limiting lack beliefs are active in us and where the doubt kicked in and what we can try to work on. There's a great book that's also describing these kinds of experiences, and that is The Big Leap from Gay Hendricks, I guess. It's a great book. You should read it if you haven't already done it. So conclusion, the key is to don't judge yourself when you're in these experiences, but just to try to make the best out of it. Experience it all, feel into it, reflect, meditate. When you're in the peak experiences and in the flow experiences, everything's going well, and when you're in the valley experiences and when you're in the downs, then just accept it, try to feel into it, review, rest, and also enjoy the experience of not feeling so good and not being in flow, and just see that that is also an experience of life, and you can also be in the eternal present moment and in the presence of whatever is when you're in the down experiences. So just go with the flow of the ups and the downs and just experience it all, love it all, because you can be in that eternal present moment and in the presence of being anytime, every time, anywhere, anyhow, always. So that's it for today. That's just some thoughts about the ups and the downs of life, and I hope you enjoyed it. Subscribe to this channel if you're interested in self-realization, self-actualization, and working with psychedelics to live a more fulfilling life. Join our little Facebook community where we can connect and communicate with like-minded people on an even deeper level and support ourselves when we are in the peak experiences or in the valley experiences. Comment down below how your understanding of these natural rhythms of life is. Do you struggle with being not in flow, or just getting out of these peak experiences? How do you understand this kind of stuff, or how do you experience it and feel into it? I would like to know, so comment down below. And follow me on Instagram if you're using social media, if you're using Instagram, for some funny memes or inspiring stuff. So that's it for now. Thank you very much for watching this video. I'm really grateful for that. Really enjoy doing these kinds of videos and just sharing my thoughts and my insights on this crazy journey of life. I'll see you in the next one.